Hello, beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to a brand new week. Absolutely. So let's take a look at what's coming in for the week. Let's take a general feeling. So this would be the week, I'm guessing the 10th, because we just did the 9th, the 3 to the 9th. Let me see, to the 3 to the 9, to the 3 to the 9. You know what? I keep losing, like, my calendar. I think that's a message from from Spirit saying you don't need one of those things. Okay, yeah. So now we're doing the 10th to the 16th. All right? The 10th to the 16th of June. Yes. Let's take a look on how beautiful June is. If I'm not wrong, this would also be, isn't it Father's Day? Yeah, Father's Day is on the 16th. So, thanks for the reminder because, well, you know, we got to make sure that the daddies of the world feel precious because they are. Roots of abundance too. Right away, I feel like I look at this card and I think magic. I felt the need to put butterflies on today. Okay, see a butterfly ring, butterfly ring. Look at this. Look at this butterfly. It's the first thing that I saw on this card. This beautiful butterfly, 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 butterfly. They're coming out from everywhere. It's like from stars, from optimism, from planting something that you really wanted. Out comes this wonderful tree. Out comes optimism, and from that optimism comes change. It almost feels like it goes from the star card to the death card. It's just gorgeous. Everything here says so much. It says so much. And first time I've noticed this. First time. Not only that, does not look like maybe the beak and two eyes, but more than that. Before I saw that, I saw peacock feathers, okay? And then I also saw spirals on both sides of the tree. It's like the tree encompasses everything that you've got. It's got the hope, the optimism, the insight, the clarity. This card speaks of like everything. There is everything in this card that you need. If you look at it from far away, you go, this root system of the tree. And some of that root is exposed. If you were just going to plain Jane look at it, it would be plain Jane. That's funny. There's nothing plain about this, Jane. Who needed to know this, right? Nobody. Okay. But look at this, okay? You're looking at this and you're going, yeah, the roots are showing some abundance. So, roots of abundance. I like that. It's like telling you, take a closer look at the roots. Because even though the tree is above it and it's showing like the leaves and the flowers and the whatever tree it is, it's the root system that actually supports it. It's the one that started it all. It's the one that grew underground. It's the one that did the whole thing, right? Having a little coffee. Number 2, of course, it's empath, high priestess, intuition, inner wisdom, you name it. You know, some of you are my other channel, my empaths, my 2s. You know what a 2 is. It's seeking answers within yourself, okay? Listening to your dreams. So, I love that. It's written, being stabilized by deep roots, anchoring yourself and feeling secure in your life, trust and belief in abundance. Oh, I'm losing my voice. Here we go. Always a good sign. Always a good sign. So this is signals to pay attention to how you are anchored in the story of your life. Trust that you will be taken care of. The world is full of limitless potential, and it will nourish you according to your beliefs, regardless of temporary outer conditions. You are not a victim of life. Life happens for you, not to you, even if you sometimes slip into that way of thinking. If you're grounded internally, steadfast, nothing can uproot you, and you have the ability to manifest your intentions with ease. And they're saying all that paragraph, but that's basically what I said, right? Okay, the message here is simple. Your life is safe and secure. Your intentions are coming to fruition, right? From the stars, from the optimism to the transformation. All your hopes and dreams are firmly ground-taking roots so that you can reach for the stars in your life and expand your dreams further than you can imagine. That sentence pretty much says what I just said. Everything in the material world is a reflection of your interior world. You are unstoppable and unshakable because you believe that you are abundant. Know that you can easily move from merely surviving to thriving when you pay attention to staying grounded. If you find yourself in ungrounded thinking, now is the time for radical trust. Growth never follows a straight line. You will manifest what you need when you need it. A tall, healthy tree doesn't need to hold on to the ground for dear life. It knows it will not fly away in the wind because its roots are planted deep in the earth. That's right. So that's what I said. No matter what you're seeing here, oh, you know, the roots are up. There is a bigger root system underneath. That's what I just said. I just said that. Okay. So let's pick some beautiful decks. Since it was nature, I knew I wanted to take the Spacious Tarot, but I think I might save that one for tomorrow for the clarifiers. I'm going to take the Tarot of Oneness because it's such beautiful colors. And let's face it, we're in summer. I want the colors. And I don't need to be in summer to want the colors. I just want the colors. So I might want the colors in winter too because I feel I need color as well. So Jane is a babbling ba. So let's see what your week is going to look like. What is it going to look like, my beautiful Pisces? You. We're talking about you here. Oh, and beautiful. You have the card before the High Priestess, which is the Magician. So, need I say more? You have the tools, you have everything you need, you have the power. So this is just applying the power to your goals, okay? This is the resourcefulness. This is action on wishes. These, they work very well together. Okay, very well together, because this is seeing the whole picture. I have never seen the entirety of this picture the way I've seen it today. I see every nuance. I see the spiritual guidance coming in with the light here on the side. Before it just looked like, oh, it's, you know, it's a tree. I have a this job for me, being a spiritualist, and especially using the tools, the cards as tools, is helping me hone something that I've had problems with in my life. I'm going to explain it to you. I'm the kind of person who could drive down the same road 20,000 times and never see one house that's been sitting there, because I look at the whole and I miss the details. It's not that I miss the details, I kind of glaze over it, if you know what I mean. I glaze over because I've had to always, and I'm going to tell you this, I've always had to assess the situation very quickly from a very young age, right? You have to get into the room and understand the room instantly. And that didn't need me to look at certain details. Certain details, like a house that's been there for 20 years, is probably going to be there another 20 years. I don't need to look at that, right? But you know, if there's something running across the road while I'm driving past it, that's important. So I don't miss I would say, before I would have told you I don't miss the important stuff, but I've realized that all of it is important. And doing the readings, I have become more aware that looking at different things, I can now dive in deep. And this is the thing, I'm diving in deep to the details, because I'm no longer just hyper aware or hyper alert of, you know, possible dangers that may or may not happen. Okay, so that's, I know, you see, I go in deep in my life. I know the things I have to work on. Do you? Do you know the stuff you have to work on? If you don't, please take a moment and figure it out, okay? Question yourself all the time. Why am I this way? Why didn't I see a house in the last 20 years that's been there for 20 years? Ask the important questions and get answers, and you may discover new things. So now I'm discovering all kinds of things, like the little bright light that's shining here, okay? Doesn't look like a star. They look like, I don't know, something else. These look like fairies, okay? This looks like a fairy, not a butterfly. There's a key here, okay? There's all kinds of things now that I can see, and some things that I'm not sure of. Okay, there's beautiful blue flowers. I mean, you look, there's moss, all part of the forest, very important. You can look at things and finally see stuff that maybe you hadn't seen before. You can look around and see the things that maybe you've missed before, the little clues that help you. And this is all tools. And all of this to say, Pisces, that for your week, and yes, this applies, I'm seeing stuff, and so are you. You are now seeing things that maybe you shoved into a bigger picture and really weren't looking at. You are empowering yourself, okay? You're taking action to make things happen, but with things that you had not previously seen or recognized, okay? See these? See these? Okay? This is what I'm talking about. There's things that you may have not realized that there were triangles in this. You may have completely missed it, but now that connects both together. It becomes important. It becomes a connection to you, okay? And I know those triangles mean other things as well. So I'm just saying, you're connecting things to each other, right? Like I connected my big picture mentality to something that I had to do when I was young. Eight of Wands. Okay, so what's your block is it's going too fast. So that's the opposite of details, right? Of course it is. The Eight of Wands tells you, come on, let's go. You can even feel the speed in this. This is me speeding past that house, see? I've gone past that house. I missed it for the last 20,000 times. Haven't seen it. The block is that. Missing the stuff that was missed over and over again. And now you're able to slow down and see it. Or this week, it's going to ask you to slow down and look at it. Take a good look around. Okay? Don't only find the flaws. Look at everything. Take it into the whole. Like just as a whole big picture. Isn't that amazing? I think that's amazing. Sip of coffee here. That's my big picture. Cafe with protein cocoa. Collagen. Chocolate collagen is what it is. That's why I make a cafe cocoa. Yes, yes. It keeps me looking young and fine. No, actually, it helps the elasticity, which is important. It just gives you a better quality of life. Okay. So it's collagen powder for all the ladies out there going, what are you putting in there, Jane? It's collagen powder. Just a little scoop of collagen powder. And I turn my coffee into cafe cocoa. It just tastes of chocolatey coffee, that's all. I get what I need and it tastes good. All right. So we're going to look at your ground and then your crown. By the way, thank you for being here. Thank you for spending time with me. I enjoy your ground. Oh, yeah, yeah. Look, I love the way, look, this is how fitting it into the big picture. Okay? This is what's going on. That's what they're asking you to do. Look at the colors. Look at all the colors coming in. But you and your ground, you're going, wait, I may not have time for that. See? Look, the color's here, but you're going, wait, I haven't been looking at the color because I've been busy trying to figure out what the big picture is, and I'm missing the details. I'm missing the details, like the color of things. Okay? So you have been grounded in just trying to make things work, make things happen. Okay? You may get stuck in the details, but it's in the details that you deem important, and the other stuff that comes in, you kind of miss altogether. It's like to you, this is the big picture. Okay, what's hiding in the bushes? Is this deer safe? What's going on? Is that a storm coming in? Is that a storm coming in? What's going on? But what you're missing is all the beauty behind you. This tree that's taken root, that's growing silently, that's making beautiful leaves and beautiful whatever, the seasons, okay? It's like you've put a pause on it. And I think that's what they're saying. It is time to put a pause, but it's time to get your hand out of the way and put your eyes and your body and your energy and focus it on what's coming in. Okay? Oh, I made a very good selection for cards today. Oh, Pisces. Very nice. Very nice. I approve wholeheartedly. Yeah, Two of Swords. This one I saw while I was shuffling. I knew it was coming out. I saw it as I was shuffling, and I thought, yeah, I'm going to see this one today. So, at your crown, the Two of Swords. You know what I'm going to tell you? There's a delay. The Two of Swords for me is telling me, am I taking the right door? Okay? There's a choice to be made. This feather, the blue or the green. Which one am I? And I'm going to tell you, it doesn't matter. Okay? If you were looking at the big picture for a time and you saw everything that you needed to see because you needed to be in that mode, that was right. If you slowed down for a while and took a look at everything around you because that's the mode you need to be in, that was right too. There is no right and wrong. There's no ugly color and beautiful color. There's only the color that calls to you, right? Right now would be green for me because outside is green. I love green. This would be the one I picked today. I would pick the door to the right. Doesn't mean that I would never pick the blue. Absolutely. Blue is gorgeous. It's such a beautiful color. It's so, you know, blue sky. But today I feel green. Tomorrow I may feel blue. Okay? And that's the thing. Those doors are there. They both have keys, if I'm correct. Yeah, see? And you're not limited. I mean, you don't know which key goes to which. Doesn't matter. Just pick the one. Pick and try one door. You know, like try the keys in that door if I want to go through green. And this is what it's telling you. Spiritually, follow your intuition. Another 2, right? This, 2, getting it? Okay? There's a lot of intuitive hits this week. Follow what your energy needs. Follow what your energy needs. I love that. You get 2 and 2 and 4. It's just, yeah. And 4 and 4 is 8. Beautiful. We have such beautiful even numbers. Except for the magician here. He's trying to show you the tools. He's the one. But being the one is fine. Are you the one? You're the one. You're the one, Pisces, right? So, in your past, let's look at the past. What's come in, what was going on, what was happening. Okay, the higher self, getting clarity. Okay, I noticed that as well right here in the tree. I said it's that spiral. It's almost like the whole universe is in the tree, right? Look at that. Yeah. You know, yeah. So your higher self you have been honing that skill with your higher self. You've been talking to your higher self, looking at your higher self, figuring out your higher self and going, look, I know it's there. I know it's sending me signals. Some of us have gotten it all of our lives. We've just, you know, it's something that you have, but you don't really acknowledge. It's really a sad thing. We walk around and going, I'm getting all kinds of these hit, and you follow them most of the time, sometimes not, right? And you're usually going, I should have followed, you know, my gut, like when it told me your gut. Okay, intuition, same thing. So, but you are walking through this and you're thinking to yourself, well, you're getting connected to it. And then you get to a time of your life where it becomes clear, where you actually call it a name, okay? It's not just your gut feeling. You're going, hey, where is all this information coming from? Awareness. Isn't that awesome? I think it's awesome. You find awareness and you go, well, what else am I missing? Have I been missing? Instead of looking at the big picture, you start looking at the details, the little things, everything from a bee landing on a flower, from things breaking down, and you go, that's strange. Why did that break down? And, you know, then something else happens that, you know, you wouldn't have done. You end up spending time with somebody you wouldn't have had if you wouldn't have had that breakdown or something didn't happen. It all works together. Even this weekend, went out for a ride with my husband, got a flat tire. Hadn't had that in, I don't even know how long. And yesterday, again, flat tire with my husband, side of the road, trying to, you know, I have to say one thing though. The traffic going by was not really nice. My husband pulled all the way to the side of the road and people were still managing to try to hit us. Every second car. You know, if you see somebody in distress, you don't need to stop, but please, don't hit them. Okay? Don't try to hit them as you're going by. Be courteous enough. So, We had two middle-aged lady of my age in an Audi who stopped to ask us if we needed help, which was, I thought, you know, priceless. My husband, so, you know, the charmer, goes, no, thank you so much, ladies, you know, but thank you so much for stopping by. If it had been me 4 years ago, I would have completely panicked. What do we have? Do we even have a spare tire? Do we have this? Do we have that? Do we have a jack? Do we have a this? Do we, you know, I would have almost hyperventilated, like, oh my God, nothing bad happened. We were parked on the side of the road. We just noticed the car was wonky. And it's like, the tire was most definitely completely flat. And it was like, okay, but it was a nice day. It was a Sunday. We were on a road that wasn't high speed, thank God. And those all ran in my mind. It's not a high-speed road. It's the middle of the day. I have a son at home who could drive us whatever we need. And, you know, it's okay. The car can still run. It was really hot. It was over 30 degrees, so I'm glad we were able to have a little bit of air conditioning. But other than that, you know, it was just not that big of a deal. Not that big of a deal. And we got through it. My husband, you know, just changed it over. It took him, I think, a whole 10 minutes. And then we got back in the car, and it was like, and he goes, were you worried? And I went, surprisingly, absolutely not. It's like my care about things went away. My care or worry about things before anything bad happens wasn't there to engage today. I was just thinking, it's okay. And while we rode home on a donut, which, you know, that's what we call it here, the tiny tires they give you with the cars to, you know, in case of an emergency. We had to go like, you know, 60K the whole way home. So it just made us enjoy the scenery, be out a little longer, and we got home and all was good. And none of that became an issue, except talking to you today. And it's not an issue. It's a story. It's a story on how there was a flat tire. It was no big deal. My husband changed it. And we came home. You know, it wasn't, oh my God, we got a flat tire. And oh my God, we didn't know if we had all the stuff we needed. And oh my God, and oh my God, oh my God. It became just whatever. Okay? And you would say, Jane, why did you tell us this whole story? To tell you the point of the story is that it wasn't a big deal. That was the point of this story. Maybe all of that happened to show me that I have worked so hard on myself not to make big deals out of things, that when something that, you know, could have been, but wasn't, more difficult, happened, I did not panic before there was a reason to. I did not panic before there was a reason to. I was nonplussed. I was, okay, well, we're on the side of the road and there's a flat, but we're safe. Bonus. We're good, right? This is the stuff that I have been working on myself. And this just showed me, it's like, there's no reason to panic. That was a great thing to happen. Not for my husband had to change the tire. Did help a little bit. But for myself to be able to calm down. To stay calm. To remain calm. And to not write off the day as a complete fail because there was something unexpected that happened. It was just a thing. Right? Exactly. So that's the thing that came in. That's the higher self. The stuff, I don't know, the stuff that needed to come in. And maybe you are at that point too. Maybe you're living in the present moment. Maybe you're not letting your mind take over and scare the hell out of you before it's time. And less anxiety leaves room for openness to see the roots instead of all the problems. Nine of Pentacles, what's coming in is the fruit of your labor. That means you're going to start seeing the plus of everything. You're going to start feeling all of this work that you've been doing is exactly that, okay? You're going to get your flat tire at one point, and you're going to see all the work that you put in has actually produced something. It produced a happier, calmer you. Because sometimes we think we're doing all this work, we can't really see how it affects us, right? We're just going around and going, well, I think it's working. But then obviously there's like a trial by fire. Something happens just to show you that, look how good you did. Look how good you did. You were fine. You did everything okay. Everything that you have been rooting in abundance, not lack, not anxiety, you can now see. You can see what is coming in. You can see the changes you made. You can see the difference it makes. Your body and your energy are now functioning at a much higher level. And you know, it's just going to help you live a happier life. That's it. That's really the big deal here. A happier, more centered life, and giving your energy to things that matter. Okay, so how do others see you this week, my beautiful Pisces? Slow and steady wins the race, and that's absolutely right, right? Because he is actually the Knight of Details. So we're just talking about details. And as you can see, even my reading has extra details. I'm talking more about my experiences. I'm giving you more details, more insights about flying by the houses, about getting a flat tire. You understanding? My examples go much deeper, okay? More details. And I apologize to people who really hate that. But for those of you who are here and love it, because it helps you understand all the stuff in your life, you can relate to it. I give you these stories so you could go, that happened to me, but in a different way. You can put it together and go, I understand. And that's what works for you. This Cafe Coco. So others see you as this beautiful Knight of Pentacles. Okay? Reaping the rewards of this Nine of Pentacles. Look at this. Look at that beautiful grain field coming in. Okay? Your attention to detail, your slow wait for that beautiful crop has brought in a beautiful crop. What did it bring in for my ride yesterday? Peace and harmony. Yes, peace and harmony. Zero anxiety. Just sitting there going, well, shit happens, right? Shit happens. What would have happened if we'd missed the tools? Well, I have a son or a friend or somebody, or flag somebody down. God, there's a million different possibilities that can be taken into account that can help you move forward. It's not just one thing, okay? You deal with the situations as they come. You deal with the details as they come. Okay? So how you feel this week about yourself, like in conjunction to what others are thinking. They got you pretty down path. This week is all about, like, you know, not stopping the details from coming in. Well, all right, Six of Wands, you feel like a superstar. All eyes on you, okay? I feel that what's happening too is that you feel like you are victorious, that you're finally seeing progress, the self-confidence, and just think about it. Yesterday too, on this weekend, when we had the flat tire, was there confidence? Yeah, I was confident we could get out of that situation without too much trouble. And that helps a lot. It's like, this is not a big deal. You know, nobody died. Everything is good. You know, the car still runs. Just needs another tire. That's it. We had more at home. Okay, we're Canadians. We have, well, Canadians. It's terrible to say. We're Canadians. We have more than one set of tires. But where we live, we have snow tires and summer tires because of the seasons, right? So we have plenty of tires, you know, going around. We usually have enough to help us out during this. And my husband had not taken off his winter tires, so it was good. He just changed to the summer tires in the front, and he'll change the other two later on this week. And fix the winter tire that obviously had something in it, because it looks fine. But enough about tires. It's just, it wasn't that big of a deal. I felt very confident that everything would be okay. And not only that, after that, before I came here, I looked at my husband and I said, you know, I gave 0 F's about this. Like, it was not a big deal. I didn't panic. I felt that sense of, oh my God, what are we going to do? Nothing. It just kind of, bleh. Nothing was there. Okay? So it's like giving yourself good marks. I've done the work, and now I'm rocking it. I'm doing it. I'm a magician. I have the tools. So this plays off of that. That works very well. All right, so let's look at your hopes and fears and the outcome. And then I'm going to ask you to come back tomorrow to look at the clarification to this, the extended. And if you're not subscribed, go ahead and do that now before you take off. If you like my reading. If you don't, you know, you're going, God, she's long-winded and whatever. Oh, sorry, that's just who I am. Sorry, not sorry. You know, don't. I like reading like this, and I will continue doing it because this is more of a personal. It's not predicting anything for you. We're talking about your energy. We're talking about how you feel and all the work you've done over the years. The 8 of Cups. Yeah. You're cutting the cords. This is absolutely what it's saying. You're cutting the cords of the things that have been holding you down, that have been like keeping you down, that have been like stifling you, making you feel like you can't breathe. Like, I remember when I started this channel, here's another detail about my stories. I used to use my personal stories because I'm a personal reader, right? You're my friend, Pisces. I want to help you. I'm a 5. As a 5, I give you of my life. It's like what they used to do in the Bible, the parabole, you know, like give stories to explain deeper meaning. That's what I do. That is me. And I use what I know, which is my life. Because, well, I'm living it. I know about it. I'm an expert at my own life, aren't I? Just like you. Okay? And I used to feel bad by doing this. I'd go, oh my God, the people are going to say, you know, oh, shut up. And I would. I'd get shut up, put the cards down. I don't really care now. I mean, I don't care. So, but I used to care what people say a lot. And then I cut it like that. I cut it. This week, it's all about cutting that final cord. Whatever that is for you, cut it, okay? Get rid of it. Be brilliantly you. Shine on. Be long-winded if you want to be. I am. And I like it. And I'm good with it. And that's who I am. I mean, if people tell me, stop doing that, we don't want it, I'm going to change because of you. Well, that goes against everything I try to teach here on this channel to everybody. What I tell you to be authentically you. So don't tell me to be somebody else. That's kind of ridiculous, and it's dense and frankly really dumb. I mean, you don't belong here anyway. Okay? So, if you want to listen, if you have enough time to listen for 2 seconds, okay? And make the connection from what I say to yourself. And you know you can, Pisces. You can take these stories that I'm taking and go, you know, I have a similar story. I have something else. Or I have something that happened last week with that. You will understand. You will get the deeper meaning. And you can walk around going, ah. And that's the point to this. All of this for me. For you to make that connection. To find that detail that makes you stop rushing through life, to make you understand how you are growing, okay? So it's time to cut the cord of that. I'm cutting the cord to people who don't like the way I read, and I'm going to make a promise to you today. I'm not going to talk about it anymore. This is who I am, Pisces, and I know you're going to say, for those of you who are my lovelies, I'll call you my lovelies. You know who you are. You're going to say, it's about time, Jane. Yes, it is. It's about time. Okay? So, no more talking about that. You either love me, good. If you don't, thanks a lot. You know, see you later. The Tower. But this time it came in reverse. Oh, I see. I love it. Look at this. Look at it. What if you were falling, okay? And you had a chance to look up. You're looking up. What are you seeing? It's like, what do you see from all of this? What are you getting from all of this? What are you understanding? It's a chance to see the Tower in reverse. To see past the crisis. That's the outcome. To see past the problems. To see past the chaos. Okay? Because even though he's falling out a window, which is probably not a really good thing in this card, you're getting away from the problem. The problem is all up here. You see it, the fire, the lightning. He's past that. And that's what you're looking at right now. You're seeing past the problem, into the solution, into the blessing, into the abundance. That's what you are seeing. All right, my Pisces, this has ran long for a Sunday reading, but it's okay. I hope you got all of my, messages and that it's, clicking with you. I hope so. My God, okay? I'll be back tomorrow with even more. Of course. That's what I do. I hope you've enjoyed it. So, in short, is there such a thing on my channel? Notice what you've learned. Notice what you've missed. And stop and smell the roses. See the details. See how they're serving you. How it's helping you. Make sure that you see all the abundance that's around you. Absolutely. The roots of it, the flowers, everything. See how deep it goes. All right? Take good care of yourself, and I will see you tomorrow. Mwah! Great big kiss and a hug to you. And, yeah, bye for now.